Thank you. I am truly honoured to have the opportunity to represent the Arbonne Aussies and to have the opportunity to train you all today. Thank you to Melissa and to everyone at the Home Office for all you do for us. We are super grateful. GTC is truly a world-class event, and we are also grateful for this opportunity to have fun, to be inspired, and to learn how to grow our business and to also grow ourselves as leaders. It was only 3 years ago that I sat in this very room, I'm getting emotional, at my very first GTC. I was a brand new area manager and I had travelled all the way from Melbourne, Australia by myself and left my 2 young children at home with no one from my team. But attending GTC for the first time really made a big difference to my business. I, like all of you first-time attendees, and for everyone else, was so inspired by the grand vision of what is possible in Arbonne. So the minute I landed back home in Melbourne, I began to share the grand vision of Arbonne and to share with my team what is truly possible. And I began to implement every single thing that I learned from GTC, and the following month, my team and I went into qualification for Region. I promised myself that GTC was so important that I would do whatever I could not to return back alone and to bring a huge team back with me. So it's very special and surreal to be invited back to GTC as a GTC field speaker just 3 years later and to have almost 70 of my team members here with me today. A shout out to my amazing team who have all travelled so far to be here. I love you all. I really urge each and every one of you to open your hearts and to your minds and to remember all of the amazing tips and trainings you will hear this weekend. Because when you fly home and the fun and bright lights of Vegas have faded, that is when you need to go back to your notes and to have that you've made from this event to find the nuggets of gold that will be the glimmer of light that you will need to keep going. Sometimes we need to be reminded of the same lessons over and over again before it clicks for us. So I encourage you to write and take notes, as the lessons may not be relevant to you today, but they may just be the missing piece of the puzzle for you in the future. So today, I have the pleasure of training you on the very exciting and important topic of our incredible system and how to use My Office reports to maximise your business. Aren't the most memorable presentations at GTC the ones that make you feel warm and fuzzy, that tell you stories of inspiration and hardship and just make you want to cry? Now, this is GTC, so I'm going to do my best to make you cry. I'm just joking. So, who here is scared of our system and the report functions? Okay, a few of you. For me personally, I love our system and I am super grateful for everything it does for me and my business. So I ask each of you, do you want your Arbonne business to have at least $1 million in sales each and every month? Okay, I know the answer is yes. So being a business owner of $1 million business comes with responsibilities, and sometimes we have to do things that we don't necessarily enjoy doing. And I know in our business it's easy to avoid the things that we don't like or things that we don't understand. But all of the successful ENVPs are where they are today because even if they didn't feel comfortable or confident doing something that they needed to do, they did it anyway. So I promise you that learning more about how our system works and how the My Office report functions actually works will help you grow your business. So when we sign up as a consultant, we receive so many amazing things for the bargain price of just $79 US, and that includes the price of our website and system. Our website is not just our shopping cart, it is also a customer relationship management system. It's got all of our reports, it keeps all of our sales history, our team details, our payment details, and we receive all of that when we sign up, and it's just $30 to renew each year. Due to all of the functions that our system has, we essentially can run a paperless office. There's no need to keep files or paper records because everything is there saved in our system. So today, I'm going to do my best to help you navigate the My Office reports, and knowing how to use My Office is super important because the numbers tell a story. Our numbers do not lie. When you understand how to read the reports and the numbers, it helps you become conscious of the strengths and gaps in your business. It helps you see where your QV is coming from. It also helps you coach your team. It helps you identify the gunners from the doers, the runners from the walkers, the ones who strive and don't give up, and the ones who give up, the ones that might need a helping hand. And it actually helps you find those diamonds that may be shining very deep down in your business. You can identify the members of your team that are actually doing income-producing activity and the ones who may need a little bit of help to get going. So another reason why you want to be using my office reports throughout your month is that it helps fill in the gaps to generate QV. So who here today in the room wants to learn a little bit more about the report functions in order to help you and your team generate extra QV in the last couple of days of the month? Great. Okay, so now I have your attention, and hopefully at the end of this presentation, you will feel more confident about the system and how to use the reports to fill in the gaps. So today I'm going to run through a few key items that will give you the confidence to help you learn and navigate the reports and make it work for you. So, do you all know how to see the last 6 to 12 months of history in one screen by just pressing one key? Do you know how to place orders on behalf of all of the PCs and clients from your whole success line, from my office and from your website? Good. Do you know how to run reports for renewals and rewards? And what data do you want to see from these reports? And how will that help you know who may need your support and coaching to increase their QV? So to start off with, we'll look at the dashboard. Now, that's not my QV because there's about another 10 zeros after that. I'm just joking. That's my QV about 1 minute into the first of the month. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, so the dashboard helps you track personal activity and gives you a snapshot of your team's activity by giving you a summary of how your central district, central area, central region and central nation are tracking. It shows your personal qualifying volume and gives you the barometer to ensure that you've achieved your minimum 150 PQV in order to receive your Arbonne commission check. I know for me, I hate seeing it in the red and I can't bear more than a couple of days without it actually going into the green. So remember, your PQV is made up of all of your personal orders plus all of your personally sponsored clients and PC orders. It also gives a summary of our overall sponsoring numbers of new PCs and new independent consultants coming into our business. However, the dashboard does not tell us where this volume or new business is coming from. So if you want to break it down, you want to go to Team Reports, Group Volume. So group volume is the equivalent to the old web stats. I still refer to this report and part of the system as web stats, and I'm sure many of you still do. So to find group volume, you simply go to Dashboard, then you go to My Team and select Team Reports, and then select Group Volume, which is actually the default setting. You can then expand the trees of your team by pressing the addition signs and seeing everyone down in your central downline. You can break it down by region, areas, districts, consultants, and even down to your preferred client details. So, group volume is where I spend the most of my time, and I assume most of you do too. This is more than just looking at QV and where it is coming from. Group volume tells a story, and this is crucial, if nothing else you learn today, but to understand how to read the numbers and understand the story the numbers can tell you. When we teach our team to promote and to help them hit their bonuses and to reach their goals, that's when we as the leaders have our best months. But we can only achieve our big goals when we help our team achieve theirs. This is why this business is a team-based business. So if you are wanting to promote to the next level or wanting to hit bonus and you are looking for extra QV, by seeing and understanding the gaps in your business, you can help your team maximise their month, which in turn will help you maximise yours. As a leader of your business, and because you have a bird's eye view of your central team, it's up to you to have a look for these gaps. By teaching your team how to do this as well, you should have an idea what everyone in your team goals are for the month, and as you approach end of month, you want to look for those gaps to the goals that were set and teach your team how to fill them. So, what are the gaps? So by gaps I mean, I'll Go back. And so who is close to DM qualification, which, as we know, is either 1,000 PQV or 2,500 QV in the success line? Who is close to DM, AM or RVP bonus? Who is close to DM or AM or RVP or NVP completion? Who is close to strong start, grow strong, or who start close to those things? So if you have someone 2 days out from end of month and they're just 300 QV from DM qualification or completion, what do? We don't give up. As a leader in your business, I believe it is your responsibility to coach and encourage your team about why they would never want to finish the month short of their goals. We want to protect their businesses going forward, so we encourage our team to fill the gaps. So how to fill the gaps? And I really want to stress this point, that we coach our team to fill the gaps through income-producing activity. So perhaps you have a consultant in your team that is 3 days from end of month and is just 800 QV from completing district manager. And she had a workshop planned for that night, and as things go, it got rescheduled at the last minute. It happens. But do we give up? Absolutely not. Even if it was cancelled 3 hours before end of month, we do not give up. It's really important to coach our teams to keep striving until the clock strikes 10. So, how do you coach a consultant who is in their second or third month of Arbonne to sell 800 QV of products in just 3 days or even in 3 hours? It is through income-producing activity. We never encourage our team to purchase their way there, as that is an absolute violation of Arbonne's policies. As leaders, we want to help our team learn how to build a sustainable business. We teach them how to sell their way there. So it's important that you help them understand the benefits of why they actually want to promote to district manager. Explain the jump to the 8% override, which includes also an override on their personal purchases and that of anyone in their central district, first versus the 6% on personally sponsored, which is currently available at the independent consultant level. So how? Well, the first thing we do is pull up their renewal reports and see which one of their preferred clients has a preferred reward voucher that's expiring and that they may be open to perhaps doing a reorder for an ASVP. And then perhaps you can coach them to say, who do they know? Can they call a mum, a sister, a cousin, a neighbour who has not yet had the chance to try the RE9 or some of our nutrition products? Remind them about Arbonne's 45-day money-back guarantee so they have comfort to buy before they try. If they sold just 3 RE9 ASVPs, then they would be over the line and they would complete district manager. It's really important, though, that we don't pressure or coach our teams to product load. So another example, if we had an RVP in qualification who was in their final month of region qual and they were short of completing, but they had 4 DMs in their success line or 4 DMs in qualification who were planning to complete. So that would help, obviously, that RVP plug the gaps for them to complete. They also have a few consultants that are going to go for strong start graduation. So by teaching them and coaching them to strive for their goals, it will help that regional vice president in qualification close that gap to region. This is absolutely different to an RVP in qual saying to their districts, you all need to sell another 800 QV just so I can hit my region qualification. To encourage your team to strive for more QV for their benefit is how we do Arbonne, not for ours. To help your team to strive for more and to help them hit the goals is the way we hit our goals. It's like putting a piece of a jigsaw puzzle together. But remember, in Arbonne, some of your team are likely to fall short and won't feel comfortable and may choose not to strive. And if you're going for a bonus or promotion, it's really important not to rely on your team, because if it's going to be, it's up to me. So, by looking at sponsoring numbers, this can also give you an insight to your team and your business and whether your business is balanced or which teams within your organisations are not. Another indication could be that if you don't have a balanced business of the ratio of PCs to ICs in your business. There is only a limited amount of time you can actually leverage off the same number of PCs and ICs in your business. You may be able to maintain your business, but you will not grow if you don't grow your sponsoring numbers. We all know that there is natural attrition in our business, and that is why new independent consultants and new Ps being sponsored into our business is the key to a strong and sustainable business. However, it's important to note that if you have high consultant sponsoring but no PCs coming into your business, that this may not represent a balanced business either. Essentially, Arbonne teaches us that in order to have a balanced business, we need to have at least 4 new PCs come into our organisation for every 1 consultant. So by looking at your sponsoring numbers, you can see the gaps in your business and who is retailing in your team and who is not sponsoring enough. You can also see who's sponsoring the PCs, and out of those PCs, which ones have purchased a minimum of 150 QV so they can receive a free gift, which can then also maximise the bonuses that Arbonne give us. Yes, that's it. Thank you. So, do you know how to search history? Does everyone know how magical this little right arrow down on business details is? The right arrow in business details basically will give you a history of QV, success volume, central volume, and sponsoring numbers right back to when the system was first introduced in March. So it will give you this screen right here. Do you know that you can actually use this right arrow and search your team's numbers on your smartphone? Did you know that? Now, I know the smartphone usability for reports is not that amazing for now, but Arbonne might have some very exciting news about that in the future. A tip is that the screen actually may pop up in another browser, so you might actually have to minimise the screen to find it. History at a glance is really great because it's where you can track promotions and add QV from month to month on one screen. So you can actually see, is your business growing or is it going backwards? Has the team got high QV but low sponsoring numbers? You can see the gaps in their business and where they need to focus their attention. You can see that a leader may have a strong success line, but they don't have a lot of income-producing activity in their central district. So then you can help coach your team about the 80-20 rule. So, my contacts, how to place an order. So, you can actually place an order for all of the PCs and consultants and clients in your central. All you have to do is bring up this report. So you can enter the PC. Okay, so you can see it there. All you have to do is enter the PC surname or first name, which will then bring up a list of all the PCs in your central with that name. You can then select the relevant PC by selecting the surname, which is hyperlinked. It will then bring you to this screen here, and you will select orders, and all you need to do is select Add New Order. That will then bring you to the shopping cart of your PC. Super easy, yay? So, other reports. This presentation was not meant to be an exhaustive list of every report that we can run, but it's just a bit of an idea to help you track your team with incentives, to see who has rewards and which of your PCs are up for renewal. So take some time to play with the system. It is very intuitive and you should be able to work it out. Go and check out the trainings on the source and reach up for help. I love the Arbonne business model, which is essentially to teach our team to sell products and share our incredible opportunity. When our team achieve, that's when we achieve. When we coach our team and we coach and train our team and help them learn how to promote through the compensation plan, for them to hit their bonuses and to reach their goals, that's when we have our best months. Use the reports to help your team achieve, and that's when you'll achieve your goals. We rise by lifting others. Thank you so much.